So this is the continuation video of the last video in which I talked about how it's look like to do trading in the real world, in the real life, how you work on the smaller margins. Trading is a legit business, and it doesn't represents that what you are doing, how it doesn't represents that you can bring some sort of amount like 10,000 on all and then can make a good amount of money. That's not a thing in trading. So today I'm gonna talk about my September month, how it went, and how I tackled things in the September. So if we talk about the September month of 2024, in September I got a realized PNL of minus 534.75, and after charges and taxes, total PNL was minus almost 1000 rupees. And you can see over here that my risk is almost every time same, like 464, 448, 443, 448, 446. Okay, so my risk is fixed, that 10% of the premium, 10 to 11%, 10.9, 10.8, 20. This is minus 22 because this is the say I was trying some new thing in this month, in the September month, and it went very bad. Not very bad. I got to learn that if we'll change the trading plan, or if we do some modifications in the trading plan between the month, then we are not gonna see results in the end of the month. Okay, so here we can see that I traded 131 premium of 53,600 put. Okay, so I traded OTM strike price, and that's why I gave minus 22.67%, and that's a mistake of my whole month, and that one mistake gave me such a big loss, or ended up in my overall loss. Okay, so I as you can assume that I have 10,000 capital from this, and as I have 10,000 capital and minus 1,000 on it is almost minus 10%, and that's not a good sign. But yeah, as we are starting, so we can take higher risk. Okay, and then also I covered all the things in October and September, August month, not September. In August and October I covered the September losses too. Okay, but because of some charges and taxes I got to end up in losses. One second, the camera is okay, so something is bad with my camera, so we have to bear with that. Okay, so I was talking about yeah, let me take this. Okay, so we see the 6th of September trade. On the 6th of September it was a good rally on the downside, but I think because of volatility we got our SL. Let me have a sneak peek on that. 464.25. okay, so yeah, volatility got our SL and we didn't got the move. Something around here my setup got triggered. Okay, and the volatility, these hiccups are not like, we can see these hiccups. Okay, these hiccups take your SL in the options chart, and if you consider re-entry, then it is a big decision for your small capital. Okay, so next one was okay, again loss. Okay, so somewhat here my entry got triggered, and again in these kind of hiccups, oh sorry, this is a whole trapping scenario. Okay, but in these small hiccups our stop loss got triggered when volatility is high in the options. Okay, then my small profit, small loss. Okay, so let's get directly to the 131 strike price day. Okay, 448.50. okay, I think so this one is the 27th of September. Okay, So here is the 27th of September. Let me show you that where my entry got triggered. Okay, so as I told you about that I made a small mistake or a small modification in this month. Like I was thinking that if we change the strike price from 300 approx 300 to 100 to tackle the volatility. Okay, that was a good decision to tackle the volatility. We choose to trade the smaller premiums, and which can give us a good amount of percentage returns. But my trading plan doesn't got synchronized with the one second. Okay, so here you can see that I have 2 days in which I traded 100 to 150 strike price. Okay, so one is the losing one and one is the gaining one. So let me show you what exactly happened. uh, we can't get a clear idea on the Bank Nifty main spot chart, so I will take you to the options chart. Whenever I take a trade on options, and whenever my trade gets executed, I take the screenshot of that chart and save it for the further consideration or for the further learnings from this chart. Okay, so here you can see on the 27th of September my entry got triggered, and because I was trading the 130 strike price, I got only a 50 points move, and that was a modification, or that was a, can say that was a learning, or it was a mistake, or whatever. It was a mistake because I changed my rules during the month was going on. I was supposed to change the rules when the whole month was gonna end or a new month gonna start. Okay, so I got a lesson. And there is, as I showed you, that there is also another day in which the 18th of September, here also a big rally you can see over there. Okay, so here also my setup got triggered, and but I just took a small points because I was not doing the things which was required to do. Okay, so like let me show you the 18th of September options chart. Okay, so here I had written that Bank Nifty gave 130 points on premium, but I booked just 30 points because I was sitting for the big targets and market proved me wrong. Okay, so here I got overconfidence that I am trading 150 strike price and market is giving such a big moves. Then that's why I am gonna sit for very bigger targets like 300, 400 points, and I think so that wasn't a wiser decision. Okay, as because I got overconfident and that was a mistake. I was sitting for a bigger target, like I was sitting for a hell much bigger target. I can't even tell, like I was sitting for say 300, 400 targets. Okay, on the spot I was thinking for such a big target. Okay, so here we can see that the market gave a 130 points move, but I just booked 30 points, and that was the modification in my trading plan, and which gave me a lesson that don't change your trading plan when you are going through the month. I was just we we are programmed from our birth that we should be working more and more to get more, like we should be working more and more hard work to get more, and but that is totally wrong. Because if we are working more and more in market, we are taking more trades like here and there in this choppy markets. Okay, then we aren't gonna get good returns, or we are gonna just end up with a mess. Okay, so same thing happened with me. I was thinking that I am not giving too much efforts to the market. I am just coming to the market and I am just sitting in the market, and that's why I decided that I should be doing some changes in my trading plan, and that change gave me a big lesson. Okay, so we can't take trade each and everywhere, like this is the W pattern at the closing price. We know the logic, but we can't trade it. Okay, we have to follow systems because there are too many trades in the market. You can show up with every minute, like this was the whole bullish rally, but you can see this whole spike, a bigger spike in this bank nifty. You will think that how I can manage to catch this rally. Okay, then you will start trading all these trend line breakdowns. Okay, trend line breakdowns works great, but in the longer run they work great. But if you are thinking that I gonna make money tomorrow, okay, that's not gonna make you good money. Okay, so the main point is still same that was in the last video, that businesses works on the lower margins or in the smaller margins. They get good cash flow, they have good cash flow, inflow and outflow, but the main logic is that businesses are the thing which works on the smaller margins, on the minimum margins. They just want to sustain, and then they just have to be profitable. They don't have to think like they don't have to think 1 second. They don't have to think that I am making this product in 10 and I can sell it for 100 or say 150, and that is not a wise decision. If you are making 10, if you are even selling it for 12 or even 11, or even some people sell it some things for 10.5 for the sake of 50 paisa, you are gonna think that how the business can work if we are just working for this much smaller margin. If you gonna multiply this smaller margin with a very much bigger number, like if you got these 50 pesos for the say 100 times, then you can calculate that what you can make in the longer run. And when you will make hundreds and then thousands and then tens of thousands and then 100,000s or say 1 lakh, then you can multiply over the longer run. You may have seen that the people who are good enough in their business, they works on the smaller margins only. You will think that how they can work on the smaller margin and become super rich or super wealthy, or say whatever life they want to live, they are living. So they works on these smaller margin, and if you are ignoring these smaller margins, then you aren't gonna make money in the business field. You are made for the job. Okay, so if you got something like harsh words, so sorry for that, and thank you for being with me till now. And this was a real review of how a real trading looks like from a bedroom. Okay, this is my intraday PNL of September. Okay, there are also other PNLs ready for making a video. We will make that any other time. Okay, so here we can see that my whole this quarter, August, September and October month quarter, was a green one, but ended up in charges and taxes, and with a net realized PNL of 291.87 and losing a 0.29%, I think, sorry, 2.9% maybe, or 0.2% on my trading capital. Okay, so that's it for this video, and this is how I show that how it's looked like to trade from a bedroom. Okay, we don't have many fancy things to trade. We have to be consistent with our systems, with our setup. We have to be consistent and disciplined with whatever we are trading each and every day. I will show you that October month was interesting for me, and it was a major impactful month for the whole quarter, because my trading plan gave good returns to me, and or maybe some bad days too. Okay, so we are gonna talk about that, and we are gonna talk about the psychology that what happens when you get bigger returns, and then too you have to take some losses in a row. Okay, so that's the thing in the that's the thing when you are aiming for a big RR. Big RR means when you are aiming for the big RR, also a bigger risk to reward ratio, you are not gonna get a big accuracy. You have to learn from the you have to execute trades with a lower accuracy but with a higher reward. And whenever the for say you got 10 SLs in a row, or say 5 SLs in a row, but the sixth trade which you are gonna get will give you good reward and will cover all this messy things. Okay, so I believe in taking big risks to reward 1:2, 1:3. I don't believe in taking 1:1 and these kind of risks to reward. Yeah, it also varies from what trade opportunity is coming to us. But in 1:1, if you are trading for intraday 1:1, then you have to be like highly skilled, because the charges and taxes gonna bigger, because you are gonna trade, your number of trades gonna increase, and that's why your charges and taxes are gonna increase, so you have to think about them too. Okay, so I don't have to think too much about charges and taxes. Yeah, I know I am in loss because of my charges and taxes, but I have lower say lower worries about the charges and taxes when I am aiming for the bigger RR. Okay, that's it for the this video. Thank you.